Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Wednesday, February 24th. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. We're doing okay here. It's been a little bit low key in terms of the workouts, I think, but we've been real super busy. A lot going on here. I am multi-beveraged this morning. I have my coffee. I have my water. I want to thank Mike Romans for this one, by the way. This one's from June Walker, as always. This is like my third coffee of the morning. That's pretty much normal for me right now. I'm a little wired, but that's just the way it is. I got, it's about 12:30 right now, and 12:45, and we're a little bit behind, but there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a second. Let's kind of bring you up to date on the workouts. We talked on Monday, and I took Monday off. I think Monday was a well-deserved rest day, a good recovery day after my long run. Body needs recovery. We got to take those recovery days as much as you don't want to sometimes. But you got to listen to the body. You got to listen to it and say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is the day that I should just take off. Let the body just soak up all that training and all that hard work that you've done. Recovery days aren't, you don't take a recovery week. You can take a recovery week, but you're doing like zone 2 work during the recovery week. But don't take 7 days off. You take 1 day off, be happy, soak it in. Sometimes we always have our Monday night run at 8 p.m. run with Ron, and Ron did that run this Monday evening. And sometimes I do it if I feel really good. Sometimes I do it. I wasn't really feeling it this week. I actually had a conference call. I was on a conference call during the run. So, something I couldn't avoid, but, I chose to take the recovery day well before that anyway. You got to do it. You got to do it once in a while. It's very important. Tuesday morning, 5 a.m., our 5 a.m. group got off on times. Ron Booz, Todd Side, and Mike Roman showed up for that one. Was Tabby there? I don't think Tabby was there. Joe Caniano showed up for that one. Thanks, Joe. But he got a flat tire. You got to love the indoor flat tire. He jumped on the bike, started riding, and the tire was flat, so he missed out on us that morning. Hopefully you get that tire fixed though, Joe. We got another ride tomorrow, so be ready. Got another ride tonight actually, so be ready. We've been doing this training plan called the L'Etape de Tour Training Club. There's 4 phases of the plan, and it's kind of like a big get ready for race day kind of thing. And it starts off, I think it had to start off in sort of like a base phase and then bring you through. And right now we're in phase 3 and things are getting a little bit more difficult. And by a little bit more difficult, I mean a lot more difficult. It's getting really hard. It is getting really hard. I'm trying to get my phone here to show. Here we go. All right. So Tuesday morning, we did this workout called VO2 max descending. And just when you hear VO2 max, you know you're working hard. You know it's going to be a hard day. So what this was it was a bunch of long. And by long, 5-minute efforts. So it started at 5-minute efforts at a really high FTP, really high resistance. And it was intense. That 5-minute, and what would happen? So here's what it was: 5 minutes, and then they would drop the next set. So 5 minutes, then rest a little, drop the next set to 4.5 minutes, and they would drop the resistance a tiny bit. Then the next set was 4 minutes, and they dropped the resistance a tiny bit. The next set was 3.5 minutes, and they dropped the resistance a tiny bit. The problem was by that you'd think that you're going to get easier, that things are going to get easier by the end, but they don't, because you're so fatigued from doing these really hard efforts in the beginning that the last effort is just as hard as the first one. They're all really hard. We all made it through. We all survived. No one threw up. No one, as far as I know, hit the resistance down and avoided or turned down the intensity. Man, we went at it. We went at it hard. And I got to tell you, this is one of the reasons why I feel good about the way I've been riding lately, that things are really working, and that, especially with the cross training, I think that my strength on the bike is just improving lately, is because I don't think I could have done this workout 3 months ago. And I was able to do it on Tuesday morning. We did follow up the ride with our normal 6 a.m. ride, and I was just going to kind of ride it easy, and I had some trainer issues, and my wattage went to 0. I don't know if it was the connection. It was either the connection or it was the trainer itself, and I think that the plug might have came loose, a little bit loose. It was still plugged in, and when I plugged it in, it did make a noise, so I kind of think that maybe that was it. but it ended my ride early. I only did about 10 minutes of the second ride, which is absolutely fine. I got the hard workout in, the important stuff. The second hour is kind of like bonus work. And I like doing the bonus work, but when it got cut short, and I was kind of done. And that was all for Tuesday. So then we rolled into Wednesday, and Wednesday morning is typically our 5 a.m. run. And a lot of times it's just me and Ron, but sometimes other people show up, which actually is not true. Usually it's just me and Ron. Or me, or just Ron, or neither of us, but usually one of us shows up. And actually, I've been on a hot streak of about 3 weeks in a row, always hitting that 5 a.m. run. This was not the occasion this morning. This morning I woke up and man, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We're working on this big project. We're gonna have a major announcement on Monday. But it's been really kind of stressful and taxing, and there's tons of work. And I try to do the work during the day, and I don't know, maybe it's the coffee, I just find it's hard. There's so many different tasks to do that I don't know if you've ever been like sort of overwhelmed by the number of tasks to do, that I go from task to task to task to task when I should just focus on one, get one done, and move on. It's like I'm scattered. Like I said, it could be the coffee, and I feel like at the end of the day, I haven't gotten as much done as I should have. That being said, last night, we were going to go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Steph went up to bed, and it was just, the kids were asleep, and I just sat in front of the computer. I started typing, and I was like, all right, just let me get some stuff done. I'll feel good even if I do a half hour work. And what do you know? Fast forward 2 hours, and I just was working, and I was in a good zone, focused on work, getting stuff done, feeling really, really good about it. And I didn't want to stop because I knew I was just checking items off the list of things that I need to do. So that being said, I went to bed a little bit after midnight, and not really conducive to waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. And when the alarm rang, I rolled over, I texted Ron, and I remember texting Ron and telling him that I wasn't going to make the run. And then I didn't even set the alarm. I didn't even reset the alarm for later in the morning. I think I just fell asleep with the phone in my hand after texting Ron. And man, I slept until about 7:15, which is late for me on a weekday. So I missed the run. And truth be told, I didn't want to come here today and tell you that, yes, we did the podcast on Monday. And since then I only did a one bike ride and that was it. That feels really weak for me. I didn't want to do that. So I made sure this morning that after I woke up, got the kids ready, I made them breakfast. My daughter's homeschooling. My little daughter is going now to daycare, so we took her to daycare, went to the diner with Stephanie, came home, and then I did the run. It was about 10 o'clock, did the run, and got it in. It's about 50 minutes. And again, these runs, I got to tell you, so now Ron and I have finished the Zwift Academy Run 2020 program. I think that's what a Run Academy 2020 program. It was about 8 or 9 workouts. We did one workout per week. Every Wednesday, we knocked off one of those workouts. And it really fits nicely. If you think about my run schedule, Monday, right? So Monday, I took a recovery day, but we do have the Run with Ron at 8 o'clock at night. So it's a good option for me. Some weeks I take it. If I feel good, if I feel that my legs are fresh, I might just go after that and just try to run. Just try to get some miles done, get some miles in, burn some calories, and get some work done. If I feel a little bit lethargic or fatigued, especially if now that I'm doing longer distances on Sunday, I might hold off. So I took the recovery day on Monday. Wednesdays, we now have this workout. So now instead of the Run Academy, we're doing something called Zwift Academy Tri. It's the run portion of the so it's a triathlon program, and you're kind of supposed to mesh it with a bike program, but we're doing our own bike program, so we're taking just their run program, and we're starting to do those workouts now. And I got to tell you, whoever put this program together, I don't know, Ron, if he did his run at 5 a.m., this guy was on the ball. This program, it was really good. It was maybe a little bit on the lighter side. So these workouts are good for getting some time in during the week. During the week runs, I might run a 5K. It might take me a half hour to 35 minutes. This forces me to kind of get between 45 minutes and an hour done. So a little bit longer time, more time on my feet, which is really kind of what I need. It keeps me in the right heart rate zones. If I'm on my own, I will tend to always press the pace. I will tend to always race myself. It's just in my brain. That's what I do. And I got to tell you, I know I miss running outside, and I do have to do that from time to time, especially once the snow starts to melt. But I love these workouts. I really, really love these workouts. It's just, I get them done. I get them done at a comfortable pace, and it's good to check the box. Now, again, so it's an optional workout Monday, a sort of an easier workout on Wednesday. Fridays are 5K, so I go at it pretty hard. I've been going at it pretty hard, setting new PRs almost every week. And then Sunday is my long run. And when you overlap the bikes that we're doing, it is really a good tight-knit schedule. It is a great routine I got going on here, and it feels good to have that. It just feels like once it's set, it's like now that it's a routine, now we just make ourselves better through training. I will be having to add the swim in soon. It is coming. It's coming. I know it is. I got to start losing weight so I don't look so bad in a bathing suit. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so what? I know it's aesthetic. I have to be. I'm vain. What can I say? Let's see. What else did we do? Oh, so we did the Zwift Academy run today. I did it right before the podcast. I got it done. All in about 4.25 miles. Burned about 600 calories. Felt pretty good. It felt pretty good. It was fairly easy workout, but solid and good miles. Good to get those miles done. Now, that brings us to the rest of the schedule for the week, at least until the weekend. Tonight is the first of our Ordinary Marathoner Racing Series thing. Racing Series thing on Zwift. It is an invite-only race. We have about 7 or 8 people going tonight. I've invited a whole bunch of people. You're more than welcome to go, or if you're not on the list yet and you want to be on, just let me know and I will certainly add yourself to the list. You don't have to meet us at 8 p.m. if you can't make it. If you want to make it at an earlier time, we can set up a race for you. That's fine. I just need to get your race data. The goal here, we are not racing one another. All right. We are not. This isn't about finding out who's the fastest. This isn't about who's going to edge out who at the finish line. This is a team exercise. This is let's do this race now and then revisit it in 4 or 5 weeks. And every 4 or 5 weeks, we will do this race again and again and again. So if you missed this week's race, you can do it again in 4 or 5 weeks and start the clock then. That is absolutely fine. What we are looking for is to mark a time for you, have you put forth a strenuous effort in a race. Put down your time, put down your average watts, write that down on a piece of paper. Revisit it in 4 or 5 weeks and see how much you've improved. Hopefully you've improved. This is not about first and last. This is not about coming. In fact, I would say in the earlier weeks, there's a benefit to coming in last because you have more room there to improve. There's more room to improve. So you can impress us even more by improving. There's no reason to be embarrassed to start. So please, 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 if you think that's you, don't let it be you, because no one's gonna bite here. No one's gonna look down on anyone for doing any slower than anybody else. All right, and I may be the slowest. Who knows? The point is, we want you to get better. We want you to get faster. We want to see that hashtag training works. I'm liking the hashtag training works lately. So come join us. Check it out. It's the Sand and Sequoias course. We will be live streaming it. We had 3 people do the race this morning. Erin Shepard ran the race. We had Kyle Lundquist did it, and Marie Helen, is it? Marie Helen? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. But I thought it was awesome. It was awesome that you guys got together at 7 a.m. this morning and got it done. It was good to see. We'll mark that down. We will revisit in 4 or 5 weeks. Now, I'm not gonna single out anybody. I won't sing. That's not what the spirit of this is to single anybody out. But Erin Shepard, my God. I'm sorry. I'm not going to single out anybody, but Erin Shepard, she ran the race this morning, and I got to tell you, talk about an improved cyclist. My God, from where she was last year, it's just like a totally, totally different rider out there. It's crazy. It's crazy the time that she put up, man. And not only am I looking at someone who, man, I don't know how it's like, we're going to have to work hard to improve on that. We're going to have to work your butt off just to improve on that. I was just so impressed at the time and the effort that you put forward this morning. Erin's the kind of person lately, she is on fire. It's like, Erin, do a 2-hour ride. All right. That's your weekend ride. That's your long ride. Go out and do 2 hours. All right. What'd you do? I climbed Mount Ventoux. She takes on the hardest climb in the game. I climbed Alpe d'Huez. Oh, that's what you did. That's what you chose to do. Out of all the things you could have done for 2-hour ride, that's what you chose to do. She is just kind of in the zone lately. It's good to see. It's great to see. It's one thing when you give your athletes kind of a schedule to go by. It's another when they kind of take it and they just try to make it that just a tiny bit more. It's like they're trying to like push themselves a little bit harder so that coach does. It's like to the point that coach doesn't get mad by doing too much, but it's good enough to prove that you really, really want it and you're going after it. And she's been working hard and it really, really, really shows. And we got some work to do in the next few weeks to get you a little bit faster for that retest in 4 or 5 weeks on the Sand and Sequoia course in Zwift. I'm anxious to race tonight. I'm really anxious to race tonight. And I think this is it's going to be a pretty cool thing. And again, if you didn't ride tonight, if you're not riding tonight, or if you didn't ride this morning and you want to get a time in so that we can monitor it, would love to set up a race for you guys. So just let me know and we can do that. Anything else going on today? Let me see. I think that's about it. Tomorrow we do have our 5 a.m. ride. Now, normally we would do the next workout within our workout schedule, our training schedule, but because we're doing the race tonight, we are going to back off of that tomorrow. We are going to do a zone 2-ish kind of effort, just ride around Watopia for a couple hours and enjoy the view. And then we have Friday, which we'll do a podcast Friday, and then we'll have our Friday 5. I do hope to send those hats out soon. It has been on my mind like crazy. It just hasn't happened. It's kind of like it keeps getting dropped on the priority list, and I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, the hats aren't done. But we will get to that. Those will get out, I promise, and we will get those out for sale for the rest of you guys. That's all I got for you guys today. We are going to, I don't know, we've been working on this big thing for Monday and super excited about it. And it's weird. I wish I could tell you guys some more about it because there's some stories revolving around it. But that will come on Monday and you guys will hear all about our plans for the future. It's a really big piece to the Ordinary Marathoner puzzle. It couldn't have happened without you guys. So thank you all for your support over the last few years. And man, things are going to get exciting around here, bigger and better things for the Ordinary Marathoner family. If you want to get your name added to our scroll at the end of the podcast here, just to support the podcast, go to patreon.com/ordinary marathoner. Sign up for one of those, get your name added to the scroll that will show up here in about 10 seconds. And remember, every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.